One of the 8 nightfarers introduced in Elden Ring Nightreign is the Revenant. Immediately you can notice that there is something different about her, an aura of mystery. She was the last nightfarer to be revealed. She is locked behind a quest line and she can summon spirits to aid her in battle. Upon unlocking the character, things become even more complicated. The Revenant is a doll. We are told that her name is Daphne and that she is the daughter of the noble house of Northerncroft. On a dark night, the Northerncroft family estate was swallowed by the night and the daughter was killed. On that night, her spirit inhabited the doll and she became the Revenant to take revenge upon the Night Lord. Up till now, the story isn't that strange, since we do have another example of a spirit inhabiting a doll. We know that Ronnie the witch discarded her body and inhabited a doll, but this is just the beginning. Later, the Revenant is attacked by the corrosion of the night. The night was trying to take hold of her. The priestess explains that this is caused by the fear of the night. The Revenant denies, saying she does not fear the night, but the priestess doesn't believe her, saying those are merely words, and the truth is hiding deep within the Revenant's heart. The Revenant continues using makeup to hide the night's corrosion. Then she wonders, what was the name she gave the doll? The doll was made by her grandfather and she once called it by a name, but she can't remember it now. Finally, the Revenant agrees to face her fear, the fear of the night. The Revenant is teleported to the Northerncroft estate. The first thing we see is a portrait of Edgar Northerncroft, the patron of the Northerncroft family. There is a misconception that Edgar is the Revenant's father. He's not. Edgar is her grandfather, the one who made the doll for her. He's an old white bearded man with a distinctive hairstyle. This will be important later. We continue forward and face the contamination of the night. At this point, strange messages and journal entries begin to appear. First, upon defeating the contamination of the night, we must touch the doll in the memory. The following message appears: an ordinary doll, carved within expert letters that read, "My darling little Daphne." After this, the remembrance concludes. But that isn't the end. The following entry appears in the journal. Dolls too have dreams, and Daphne dreamed of the daughter of the house caring for her cheeks. "Let's put on a little makeup, Daphne," the daughter said. "I always liked having my makeup done," the Revenant claims. Now something is wrong here. The daughter of the house calls the doll Daphne, while we were told that the Revenant's name was Daphne. So who is Daphne? The daughter of the house or the doll? Continuing the quest, the Revenant faces the night once more. This time, things are different. The house is in disarray. The portrait is bloody. Blood is everywhere. After defeating the night's contamination again, the truth is revealed. We get one of the best and most horrifying cutscenes FromSoft has ever made. Let's watch it together. This cutscene left me mesmerized. But what exactly happened? First, let's look at the old portrait item. It reads, an intricate painting of a girl of pure heart and an elderly companion that conveys both trust and affection. On that night, the doll understood. The young girl wished to live, and with that understanding, the doll formed her purpose. On the back of the painting is a hurriedly scrawled fading message. Chloe, seek happiness, for you deserve it more than anyone. Now we know the truth. The daughter of the house was named Chloe, not Daphne. Daphne was always the name of the doll, and this leads to the next reveal. The doll was never human. She was always a doll. Chapter 8 in the journal reads, I never was a human, and now the mantle of a doll no longer fits me. There is but one thing that I must accomplish, the very reason I became the Revenant, to bring an end to the night of the storm. We can see here that Chloe's soul never transferred to the doll. The doll was always just a doll, and remains so. We can even see the doll begin moving before Chloe dies. So how did the doll come to life? We are told that Chloe had an immense desire to live, and that desire was taken from her. It seems this immense desire generated a huge amount of life force that rebounded onto the doll, bringing it to life without any soul transfer. Now let's return to the cutscene. It clearly shows the grim night when the Northern family was killed. We see Chloe and her mother brutally murdered. Speaking of the mother, I believe she was mentioned in the Revenant's weapon description. The Revenant's cursed claw reads, a lady bore the claw before meeting a horrific death, which transformed the claw into a fetish. I believe the woman in question is a mother. It fits the story and the theme. Now for the biggest remaining question, who was the killer? A common misconception is that it was Edgar. This is incorrect. Edgar is a white-bearded old man. The killer is a younger, clean-shaven man with a different hairstyle. So again, who is the killer? I believe he is Chloe's father, the son of Lord Edgar. This interpretation gives so much context to the entire story. First, it explains why Edgar's paintings are always bloody. I think it symbolizes that the killer murdered Edgar as well, not just his wife and daughter. It also shows how terrifying the night truly is. During the cutscene, we hear it raining outside. The window is broken, revealing the blue glow of the night. This shows the catastrophic consequences of the night. It doesn't just kill directly, it turns people against each other, sons against fathers, fathers against their children. That's why the Revenant wants to take revenge on the Night Lord. He is the reason her father went into a horrific rampage. Another possibility is that someone broke into the house through the window, but I find that unlikely. First, the Northern estate is likely well guarded. Second, thematically it's far more powerful that the father killed his own family. It illustrates just how horrifying the night actually is. In the end, the plot is disturbing and ambiguous, but I believe I have helped left some of that ambiguity. Now let's talk about some mysteries connecting the Revenant's story to the base game. The first connection is the story of Rani. Rani discarded her body and transferred her soul to a doll. We know that this isn't the case with the Revenant, but there is another link. The Revenant uses a harp to summon spirits. In the base game, Rani is the one who gives us the spirit summoning bell. It seems there is a connection between music and the art of summoning spirits. This becomes clearer when we consider the Wandering Mausoleums and the Tibia Mariners. Both use music to summon spirits. The Wandering Mausoleum uses a massive bell, and the Tibia Mariners use an ancient horn. It's a small detail, but it aligns perfectly with the theme of spirit summoning in Elden Ring. Now the second mystery is more ambiguous. When we first see the Revenant before unlocking her, she is staring at a painting of Radagon. Also during the fight, she uses the incantation Triple Rings of Light, a gift from young Mikula to his father, Radagon. I haven't found more connections to Radagon, but it's odd that they insisted on showing this. Perhaps the Revenant venerated Radagon. The House of Northern Craft may have been Carians, and they might have held Radagon in high regard. Or perhaps there is a deeper connection yet to be uncovered. Maybe you can share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss future Nightreign lore content. The game is full of lore and we have so much more to talk about. Until the next video, farewell, fellow Tarnished.